Cebu is the second largest city in the Philippines and a famous tourist destination. As a French retiree, Patrick immigrated to the Philippines 2 years ago when he retired from his job in France. He leisurely spends his time in his large oceanfront home and enjoys the company of his friends on most days.
I call that, Patrick, when the people ask me, where did you live? I live in the Patrick Paradise. It's really paradise. Of course, you see the place, it's very, it's beautiful place. I am, yes, I think I find the paradise on, before I die.
The Philippines is attracting attention as a paradise for retirees from around the world. Foreigners say they have found the retirement life they've always dreamed of since immigrating to the Philippines. What brings them to the Philippines? Taking a 30-minute boat ride southward from Mactan Island will bring visitors to Cauhagan Island. The total distance around the island is only 2 kilometers. When arriving at this tiny island, the untainted beauty of nature will welcome visitors. The local islanders fish for a living in nearby waters. They live simple lives and sell trinkets or food to the occasional tourists who come for a visit. But the actual owner of the island is a Japanese retiree called Mr. Katsuhiko. Mr. Katsuhiko ran a publishing business in Japan and visited the Philippines several times to pursue his hobby of scuba diving. After learning about this island, he decided to retire here. 17 years ago, Mr. Katsuhiko bought this island for about $70,000. It cost him no more than $10,000 to build a house and a small bungalow for tourists.
Now I think we are making cocktail here. Well, but maybe sometimes I cooked here. Usually the place. We are living. The second floor is my bedroom, and up floor is another place to write. Yeah. Place.
Mr. Katsuhiko was able to own an entire island by paying an amount that, in Japan, would only allow you to purchase a tiny room. He lives a relaxing life on the island.
Sitting down, this is another place I'm writing the books, and electricity is coming this here, so you can use a computer here.
He's able to enjoy a relaxing life that money can't buy.
I've been writing a book about this island mainly. So in the morning, which means before breakfast and after breakfast, I spend most of the time read or write here. And after lunch, I take a nap and swim and go to the village and talk with the people and drink with the people, and there's actually nothing to do. So that's regular life, yeah. And hopefully publish maybe one book once or 2 years or so, something like that. Yeah. This is a bedroom with bed and bed.
After living the busy city life, where he worked for most of his life, Mr. Katsuhiko says he found true happiness by living in harmony with nature.
Here, you cannot open, but this is. Be with the nature. slowly with them and not looking for the money or the wealth or richness or something like that. And they're enjoying the everyday. I'm allowed to stay here by the people here. I think I die here. Keep living here and die here maybe.
It takes less than 20 minutes to walk through the entire village on this tiny island. More than 400 people inhabit the island. Their lives have remained virtually unchanged since Mr. Katsuhiko bought this island 17 years ago. Mr. Katsuhiko wishes to live peacefully with the islanders instead of exercising his rights as the owner of the island. To help the lives of the locals, Mr. Katsuhiko's wife taught the local women how to sew quilts, and they are popular souvenirs among tourists.
When I came here about 20 to 17 years old ago, actually in their life, money is coming in. You know, before their life doesn't use any money, but you know, the 20 years ago they started to use the money, so they need money. So we have to find out a good way to earn the money. So we'd like to create some kind of local basic, you know, small industry. So this is very, very good for that, I think. They are now enjoying making, you know, the quilt, and also at the same time they can earn some kind of money, you know, so which is very good things, you know.
The Katsuhikos are foreigners, but they get along with the locals like friends. They're enjoying the kind of relaxing life they've always dreamed of. So retiring in the Philippines was a great success for them. Tagaytay is about an hour and a half away from Manila by car. The smallest active volcano in the world is located in the middle of the lake, and it is a famous tourist attraction. There are many luxurious resort units in the area. Mr. Lee Seung-tae and his wife are retirees who live here. Mr. Lee ran a small business in Korea after retiring. He decided to move to the Philippines. One of his hobbies is eating out at different restaurants with his wife. When he lived in Korea, he never imagined that he could ever live like this.
한국에서는 그냥 뭐 아침에 새벽에 일어나서 그냥 움직여야 되는데 이제 여기서는 여유롭게 우리 이제 둘이 시간을 같이 할 수 있는 시간이 많고, 한국에서는 아침에 제가 나가면 저녁 때나 돼야 보잖아요.
While heading home, the married couple stopped by a lettuce farm. They enjoy going to the market together to find cheap items to buy.
권사님 먼저 2kg. 필리핀은 모든 물건이 다 키로로 판매를 하거든요. 그러면 키로에 한 150페소, 180페소 그래요. 근데 여기 농장은 80페소. 그럼 이제 싱싱한 거를 따서 사가기 때문에 냉장고에다 넣으면은 한 2주 정도까지도 싱싱해요.
Mr. Lee's home is located in an upscale neighborhood in the city. He has a swimming pool and a large garden. He employs 4 Filipinos. He has a chauffeur, 2 housekeepers, and a worker who maintains the home. The cost of living is cheap in the Philippines, and Koreans can live a very comfortable life with a modest income by Korean standards. Labor costs are also very low. Housekeepers and laborers earn about $100 a month, while chauffeurs earn about $160 a month. Mr. Lee hires 4 workers, but it costs him less than $500 to pay their entire salaries. But the couple also take care and respect the workers they hired.
Very nice and very kind to me. We stay here more than 4 years. Her family is very kind to me. She's tries to me like a true family.
Most foreign retirees in the Philippines hire at least 2 people, a housekeeper and a chauffeur. This has eased the high unemployment rate in the Philippines. In fact, the unemployment rate dropped to 7.4% from 12% in 2003 after the number of foreign retirees increased dramatically.
Development of the retirement industry will have a reverse migration effect. Instead of Filipinos living abroad, living for other countries to work, then at least if it will not be stopped, at least it will be reduced because they will be working already here in the Philippines. They will not look for employment abroad anymore for after all. Yes, yes, yes.
Subic is an important port city in the country and boasts a beautiful landscape. This village was created for Japanese retirees. In Japan, retirees started to live abroad in their retirement 10 years ago. Japanese retirees comprise the largest share of foreign retirees living in the Philippines.
左の足を開きます。じゃあこれ1、2、じゃあ1。
Maintaining good health is very important to senior citizens, and the medical services in the Philippines is relatively better than other Southeast Asian nations, which make it attractive to foreign retirees. The staff has 1 full-time interpreter who is a big help to the retirees.
2、3、ゆっくり。
もう私80歳でしょ、
はい、
だからもっともっと本当はダメになるんだけども、はい、まあずっと体操してるからストレッチしてるから、はい、まあまあなんとか歩いたり、はい、その炊事なんかできるでしょ、はい、だからやっぱしストレッチ体操するのは、効果があると思うけれどね。お願いします。
はい、すみません。じゃあお邪魔します。
The staff helps the elderly Japanese who have difficulty in walking and regularly check the health of the elderly residents.
160と100。はい。ちょっと高いね。はいはい、ありがとう。
今朝は血圧は
Several members of the staff have received professional medical training, and they give the residents thorough medical checkups.
47.5。
47.5。はい、ありがとう。よかった、普通でした。はい。
Thanks to these services, the Japanese people who live in this retiree village are very satisfied, and even say they've become healthier while living in the Philippines.
なんかあったらね、掃除とかお手伝いのことがいつでもコミュニティプラス電話してください。はい、ありがとう。すみません。はい、どうも。失礼します。はい、ありがとう。
Since most of the residents are senior citizens, the staff does chores such as washing dishes and cleaning the homes for their convenience. Daily routines and health issues are overseen in a systematic way so that the retirees have little to worry about. And the cost of these services is very cheap compared to the ones in Japan or Korea.
For our long-term tenants, we bill them 30,000 yen or $300 per month but except for the utilities expenses like electricity and water bills, they pay it directly here in the office.
This retirement village is well known in Japan, where it was extensively reported in Japanese newspapers. The nurses at the village also go to Japan regularly to take Japanese language lessons. They learn Japanese and special skills in Japan. The Philippines was able to create jobs through its retirement industry and even improve the skills of its people. Because of these benefits, the Philippines is promoting the retirement industry. On May 2006, President Arroyo declared the retirement industry as the administration's new flagship project and drafted policies to attract more retirees. Six Filipino cities, including Metro Manila, the capital of the Philippines, Subic, Baguio, and other cities, have been chosen to build a system for foreign retirees, since the places have relatively good infrastructure.
The government plan is for us to continuously improve the facilities in these declared six focal areas. When we say improving the infrastructure, as far as communication, as far as hospitals, as far as public safety, and that's the reason why our President, Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, has declared these areas as the major areas who will receive funds for infrastructure development. So that when now that the foreign retirees are coming, they start to enjoy the finished projects of the presidents, which are continuing.
In addition, the Philippines established a separate government agency called the Philippine Retirement Authority. Established in July 1985, the Philippine Retirement Authority issues visas to retirees who wish to immigrate to the Philippines and provides other immigration services. They also develop new policies to address the needs of the retirees.
Legally, if they have legal problems, then we have lawyers here in the office. And if the lawyers that we have here in the office cannot solve the problem, then we have accredited law firms to extend assistance to our retirees. Insofar as encountering problems with their investments, then we have also staff to assist whatever problems they may encounter.
Makati is the heart of the business district in Metro Manila. This neighborhood is lined with expensive homes and luxury stores and likened to Gangnam area in Seoul, Korea. There are many young foreigners found in this district. We wonder